Transforming your life with hypnotherapy just got easier with your host, Julie from coachinghypnosis.net.
Welcome. Today we're talking about transformation, not just surviving, but becoming stronger, wiser, and more alive than you ever imagined. You can never truly get over trauma, illness, or loss. Years of your life, relationships, finances, everything can get torn apart. And that's okay. You don't have to forgive the circumstances. You can just acknowledge them and move forward. When I realized I didn't have a life anymore, I finally understood the value of health. When I could talk again, I didn't just want to speak. I wanted to live through my voice. So I threw myself into a job talking all day, 100 calls an hour, 6 days a week, 7 hours a day. At first, my voice was weak. Most people hung up and said, "Get lost." But that grind, talking to hundreds of strangers every single day, was exactly what I needed. It reminded me I was alive. Part of my journey was about movement, literally. I wanted to walk. Even if I had to use an umbrella as a walking stick, I would walk 20 kilometers, sometimes 30. I pushed myself further and eventually climbed part of Mount Everest. Well, a section of it, but that wasn't the point. The point was I was proving to myself that I could. And then came the fun. At 7 o'clock in the morning, dance class before work. It was worse than a midlife crisis, only way more fun. Then there was the ocean swim. I trained hard, but the moment I hit the water, I couldn't breathe. I was angry at myself, thinking I should have worn flippers. Later I realized people were wrapped in foil blankets with hypothermia. Maybe I should have worn a wetsuit, but that's part of the journey, learning, laughing, showing up anyway. Gratitude became everything. Walking, talking, dancing, even stumbling in the ocean, all became sacred moments. People might have said I was nice, but really, it was gratitude shining through. Recovery teaches you to value the smallest things, and that appreciation isn't forced. And yes, sometimes you're not okay, and that's fine. Recovery isn't about relentless positivity. It's about balance. Knowing your limits, honouring your feelings, and celebrating the small wins. It is written that there are no riches greater than a sound body. Our ability to live, to love, to create, all begins with how well we can tune our own instrument, the nervous system. When we understand and direct that inner rhythm, we can influence every part of our lives. That's self-care, not indulgence, but awareness. The quality of our mind, body, and experience reflects the quality of our inner dialogue, our thoughts, our emotions, our breath. Every thought is a seed. Every feeling is a note. Every action a ripple in the great symphony of who we are becoming. And that symphony is everywhere. The universe itself isn't silent. It sings. Every planet, every ray of light, every breath we take hums with vibration. Sound and colour, every planet, every ray of light, every breath we take hums with vibration. Sound and colour are the same energy, just dancing at different speeds. The note C vibrates at 32 hertz, and if you raise that frequency high enough, it becomes red light. Around 430 billion hertz. The rainbow itself is a cosmic melody, each colour a note in the eternal song. Kepler believed the planets were instruments in that orchestra. Venus, he said, sang C. Earth resonated between E and F. Jupiter and Saturn moved together in deep, slow harmony. He called it the music of spheres, divine geometry made audible. And just like the planets, we're made of vibration, sound, colour, pulse, breath. And when we breathe deeply, we move with awareness. When we live in gratitude, we come into tune with that universal rhythm. We remember we're not separate from the stars, but instruments within that same great orchestra, vibrating together in light, colour, and sound. Transformation isn't a miracle, it's deliberate. It's forged in daily choices, showing up for yourself, embracing discomfort, reflecting honestly and celebrating the little victories. Who you become is shaped by conscious action, not chance. Grab a journal and answer, who am I now compared to day one? Write down your strengths, insights and qualities. Don't skip the small stuff, every detail matters. And if you're a ruminator, set a timer, maybe 10 minutes, so your thoughts have a rhythm, a boundary, a beat. Try this, close your eyes, visualize stepping fully into this new version of yourself. Feel the confidence, the resilience, the joy radiate through you, like music rising through your body. This is who you've become, your life, your heartbeat, part of the music of the universe. Life can be horrific, unfair, and painful, but you can move on. You can honor what has happened and still live fully. That's the power of transformation. That's the harmony between your body, mind, and cosmos that Kepler heard and that you now carry inside you. Mindfully yours, Julie.